Hello and welcome back to the OSP Sports channel. Back at it again with the South American qualifiers for the Qatar World Cup 2022. We just had the first out of the second games played, and the second picture is up now. Today we have Bolivia versus Chile, Uruguay, Venezuela, Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, Paraguay, Peru, Ecuador. Now these are must-win games for a lot of the teams. We're going to start off with Chile and Bolivia. Both need a win if they want to stay in the hunt, at least for that last spot. They both lost their last game, Chile losing to Argentina, Bolivia losing to Venezuela. I said that I needed Bolivia to win that game against Venezuela if they wanted to make a statement that their intent is to go to the World Cup, and they lost them bad to the worst team so far. Very disappointing result for Bolivia. I thought it was a must-win game for them, and it was very beatable. Venezuela's a very beatable team. Obviously, their new coach Beckerman is no one to mess with. He's a great coach, but still, Bolivia had the power to, and then they had a home game, which we all know it's very hard to beat Bolivia at home. They could have at least walked away with 4 points, or at least 6 points or even 6 points this qualifying, and really made a charge for that last spot and been the world's first World Cup in I don't even know how long. But they lost, and Chile lost too. If you look at their table, they're both in 7th and 8th, 15 and 16 points, so they both have to win. I feel like it's a draw incoming. I feel like Bolivia think they still have a chance. I think Chile still have a chance. They both want to go for the win, and I just clearly think it's going to go for a draw because I think Chile doesn't have what it takes to win in Bolivia, and I think Bolivia won't win just purely because I don't think they have the skills or they have the talent to beat Chile even at home with the home advantage. And we'll see, because they're both going to go ham. They're both going to go give it their all, because a win can really change the whole qualifying. We're then going to go to Uruguay, Venezuela. Uruguay really needs a win as well. They are in 5th place. They're with 19 points. They're going to be home. And I feel like a win with them can almost solidify their spot in qualifying, bringing them up to 22 points, as well as Chile or Bolivia tying and Colombia losing to Argentina. That can almost solidify their spot in qualifying, as I think that with pretty much like 4-point gap with 2 games remaining, is very hard for the other teams to close up. We next have Argentina, Colombia. Now this is where I'm in shock and awe of Colombia's last result with the loss to Peru at home. I attacked the entire game. I think Colombia had like 30 shots or 20 shots on target, with like 8 shots on target compared to Peru's like 1. It's like I said in my last rant, one of the darkest days in Colombia soccer. And now to go to the World Cup, even when all of us had expected almost that we would go to the World Cup, we're currently out of it. And to get back into the talks, or at least being back in the conversation, we have a must-win game against Argentina. Argentina just came up with a 2-1 win against Chile, away from home as well. Showed a good result from there. I just don't know what to say. Colombia has been on social media recently. They've made a campaign. They said that we're going to the World Cup with the Yo Me Monto. They said not to give up to the fans. They say that they're going to give it their all. Is this where Colombia wakes up for real? Or is it where the disaster comes finally to an end? It's one of the two. I think a draw would be good enough for Colombia, honestly. I feel like we do need a win, especially if Uruguay wins and Chile or Bolivia, one of those 2 wins as well. It's a must-win. It's an absolute must-win. A draw would just completely leave us out of the World Cup. A loss would completely leave us out. A draw would give us some hope, even though I think even with that won't be good enough. The football mind of me says that Argentina is going to win 2-1. The Colombian in me says that we're going to win 2-0. So I'm going to go with that. Colombia 2-0, and we're going to bring back into the conversations. Brazil Paraguay is pretty much like I said, Paraguay was a dead man walking. They needed to beat Uruguay to be in, like, at least for a shot, an outside shot. Brazil just needs to beat them for them to officially be out of the conversation and just completely give up hope on Winter World Cup. I expect Brazil to win around 3-1. Not even. I don't think Paraguay's gonna score. I'll probably give 3-0. 3-0 Brazil. And I said Chile Bolivia is gonna be 2-2, and then Uruguay Venezuela is gonna be 2-0 to Uruguay. Peru Ecuador. Peru Ecuador is probably the most important game. No, actually, Colombia and Argentina is the most important game. Peru Ecuador is like, it defines the aspect for these two teams in the sense that if Ecuador loses, it brings them back into reality and back into the fight, especially if Chile or Bolivia wins, Uruguay wins, and Colombia wins. It brings them definitely back into the conversation and back to the chances of missing out. If Peru wins, it solidifies them. If Ecuador wins, it solidifies them. If they draw, it probably helps them almost out both. Peru, if they win, will be at 21, with their next games being against, let's check here, a game against Uruguay, which is going to be tough, and against Paraguay, which should be winning. So there's just a lot of conversations to be had about this next game, because if Ecuador win, they pretty much they qualify. There's no doubt about it. They definitely qualify. If they lose, and let's say Peru now have 23, Uruguay has 22, Colombia has 20. It really brings a sense of urgency that they need at least a result or at least a good closing, because you never know. Uruguay could beat then Peru, and then jump them up, and Ecuador can have a little momentum. They can drop to the fourth. But I do apologize. Let me see. Oh shit. Bring me back. There we go. So yeah, I think that they mostly want to go for a draw, because even if Peru loses and Colombia wins, they're right back where they started at the beginning of this round of qualifying. So I think they're just gonna shake hands and go with the draw. I think it'll be probably like a 1-0 for Peru and Ecuador. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this video. A lot shorter than last time, and I will give you my reactions after this game. They're all today, if I'm not wrong. Yep, they're all today. So Bolivia and Chile game starts actually in 2 minutes, so that's gonna be nice to see, and I'll let you guys all know. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you probably this weekend. I'll probably make a roundup of all these games. Thank you.